Grand Rising, my loves. How my honeys and my bunnies doing tonight? This is your girl, this is Queen, coming at you for a minute or two to give y'all the 12 laws of karma. The great law or the law of cause and effect. When most people talk about karma, they're likely referring to the great law of cause and effect. According to this law, whatever thoughts or energy you put out, you get back, good or bad. In order to get what you want, you have to embody and be worthy of those things. It's the concept of what you reap, what you sow. For example, if you want love in your life, be loving to yourself. Two, the law of creation. The law of creation underscores the importance that life doesn't just happen to us. To make things happen in your life, you need to take action instead of waiting for something to magically come your way. You are the co creator of making what you want based on your intentions. You can create space for the things you desire to show up. Also, consider how you can use your skills, talents, and strengths to create something that not only benefits you, but others too. Three, the law of humility. According to Paul Harrison, creator of the daily meditation, the law of humility is based on the principle that you must be humble enough to accept that your current reality is the result of your past actions. You know what I'm talking about? Four, the law of growth. Growth starts within us. To positively shape the world, you need to start with yourself. That's because real change or personal growth begins within you. Have control over which is yourself, not others. The law of growth also looks at the things you can control and how you deal with accepting this fate. Ultimately, your focus should be on you, not trying to control the people or things around you. Five, the law of responsibility. Alice Tran, a yoga instructor based in Seattle, Washington, says the law of responsibility is her favorite law to teach in class. It's a reminder that you own what happens into your life. It's a great reminder that what happens to you is because of you. This eliminates the opportunity for you to look outward to find the cause of your problems. Six, the law of connection. This law is based on the principle that everything in your life, including your past, present, and future, are connected. Who are you today is the result of your previous actions. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And who you will be tomorrow will be the results of your actions today. Seven, the law of focus. Focusing on too many things at once can slow you down and lead to frustration and negativity. That's why the law of focus encourages you to concentrate on one thing at a time. If you focus on higher values like love and peace, then you're less likely to be distracted by heavy feelings of resentment, greed, or anger. Eight, the law of giving and hospitality. You must give to the things you believe in. This law helps you understand the importance of your actions, reflecting your deeper beliefs. For example, if you want to live in a peaceful world, you need to focus on cultivating peace for others. Nine, the law of here and now. To experience peace of mind, you have to embrace the present. This can only happen when you let go of negative thoughts or behaviors from your past. If you get too focused on past events, you'll keep reliving them. One excuse, get in touch with the here and now, is to get rooted into your senses. Look around the room, focus your eyes on something, blink and say, I am here. 10. The law of change. According to this principle, history will continue to repeat itself until you learn from the experience and take steps to do something differently to stop the cycle. I tell y'all that, baby. Change gives you a new path so that you can create a new future in a better version of yourself, free from the patterns of the past. Okay? the law of patience. To generate change in the future, you must be consistent in your karmic deeds today. It's no good living healthily for one day and then sabotaging in the next. Be consistent in your goals and they will come to fruition. 12. The law of significance and inspiration. We all play a part and have something to contribute to this world. I keep telling y'all that, loves. What we share may sometimes seem small to us, you know what I'm talking about? But can make an enormous difference in someone else's life. You know what I'm saying? Just like a kind word or a kind deed. That's all. Those are the things that are priceless, my babies. The law of significance and inspiration is a great law to focus on when you need a motivational boost. I begin to feel like you don't have a purpose or matter. According to this law, every contribution you make will affect the world. You have been born with a specific gift, mission, and a purpose that only you can bring into the world with your uniqueness. Authentically sharing your skills and gifts is why we're here. So what I'm talking about, baby? Getting your purpose of. The bottom line really is if you do good, you get good. Bottom line, the 12 laws of karma can serve as a guideline or a roadmap to follow as you go through your daily life. These laws can help you understand how karma really works and the effect that your thoughts, see what I'm talking about, baby? And the effects that your thoughts and actions can have on you and the world around you. Using karma as a set of guidelines in your life can incentivize you to be more mindful of your thoughts, actions, and deeds before you make a decision. Isn't that lovely? Making peace and moving forward is often easier said than done. Being able to give yourself requires empathy, compassion, kindness, and understanding. It also requires you to accept that forgiveness is a choice. Whether you're trying to work through a minor mistake or one that impacts all areas of your life, the steps you need to take in order to forgive yourself will look and feel the same. All of us make mistakes. I tell you this. At times, as humans, we're imperfect. See what I'm talking about? As painful and uncomfortable as it may feel, there are things in life that are worth enduring the pain for in order to move forward, and forgiving yourself is one of them. See what I'm talking about, babies? Who we got in here tonight? What's up, loves? How y'all doing? What's up, info? Steve, baby, what's happening, boo? I started not to come in tonight, but I said I'd go ahead and drop a little something down on y'all. Thank you. I'm trying to fix everything up, I'm still, kind of new at this. Okay. Focus on your emotions. One of the first steps in learning how to forgive yourself is to focus on your emotions. Before you can move forward, you need to acknowledge and process your emotions. Give yourself permission to recognize and accept the feelings that have been triggered in you and welcome them. 2, acknowledge the mistake out loud. If you make a mistake and continue to struggle with letting it go, acknowledge out loud what you learned from the mistake. When you give a voice to the thoughts in your head and the emotions in your heart, you may free yourself from one of the burdens. You also imprint in your mind what you learn from your actions and consequences. See what I'm saying? Every action has a consequence. 3, think of each mistake as a learning experience. See what I'm talking about? As a learning experience that holds the key to moving forward faster and more consistently in your future. Reminding ourselves that we did the best we could with the tools and knowledge we had at the time will help us forgive ourselves and move forward. 4. Give yourself permission to put this process on hold. If you make a mistake but have a hard time putting it out of your mind, feelings about the mistakes going into a container such as a mason jar box. Just visualize your thoughts in there. Then tell yourself you are putting this aside for now and will return to it if and when it will benefit you. 5. Have a conversation with your inner critic. Journaling, tell you about that journaling, can help you understand your inner critic and develop self-compassion. This can help you identify thought patterns that are sabotaging your ability to forgive yourself. You can also use journaling time to make a list of the qualities you like about yourself, including your strengths and skills. This can help boost your self-confidence when you're feeling down about a mistake you made. 6. Notice when you are being self-critical, we are our own worst critics. That's why when the harsh voice comes in and then write it down, you might be surprised by what your inner critic actually says to you. 7. Quiet the negative messages of your inner critic. Sometimes it can be difficult to recognize the thoughts that are getting in the way of forgiveness. If you're struggling to sort out your inner critic, 1. On one side of a piece of paper, write down what your inner critic says, which tends to be critical and irrational. On the other side of the paper, write a self-compassionate and rational response for each thing you wrote on the other side. 8. Get clear about what you want. If the mistake you made hurt another person, you need to determine the best course of action. Do you want to talk to this person and apologize? Is it important to reconcile with them and make amends? If you're on the fence about what to do, you might want to consider making amends. This goes beyond saying sorry to a person you hurt. Instead, try to fix the mistake you made. One study found that forgiving ourselves for hurting another is easier if we first make amends. 9. Take your own advice. Oftentimes, it's easier to tell someone else what to do than to take your own advice. Your best friend, if they were sharing this mistake they made with you, and then take your own advice. If you're having a difficult time working through this in your head, it can help to role play with your friend. Ask them to take on your mistake. Then they will tell you what happened and how they are struggling to forgive themselves. You get to be the advice giver and practice telling your friend how to move on. 10. Quit playing the tape. It's human nature to spend time and energy replaying our mistakes. While some processing is important, going over what happened again and again won't allow you to take the proper steps to forgive yourself. When you catch yourself playing the I'm a horrible person tape, stop yourself and focus on one positive action. For example, instead of replaying the tape, take 3 deep breaths or go for a walk. Interrupting the thought pattern can help you move away from the negative experience and reduce stress and anxiety. 11. Show kindness and compassion. If your first response to give negative situations is to criticize yourself, it's time to show yourself some kindness and compassion. The only way to begin the journey the only way to begin the journey to forgiveness is to be kind and compassionate with yourself. This takes time, patience, and a reminder to yourself that you're worthy of forgiveness. 12. Seek professional help. If you're struggling to forgive yourself, you may benefit from talking to a professional. See what I'm saying? It says, who can help you learn how to break these unhealthy patterns in your life and learn new and healthier ways of coping with mistakes. So, my babies, I decided I just, bring y'all a little informative. I'll be back on in the morning live. So I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Keep your vibes high. Keep your thoughts positive and your actions positive. Don't treat people the way they treat you. Always be kind and nice. Pray for those that despitefully use you. As I always say, God will make them your footstool, my babies. As always, if y'all love this video, like So hit that like button, like, share, and subscribe. Drop your girl a comment down in the box below. And until later on, y'all have a blessed night. I say.